All right, welcome back. More with rational numbers. This time we're talking about them on the coordinate plane. So in class we've already discussed the coordinate plane. We kind of have a better basic understanding of it. You've done the coordinate plane in earlier grades, and in 6th grade now we're adding in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quadrants. But now we're going to be talking about the rational numbers on the coordinate plane, how to graph them, how to plot them, and plot those ordered pairs. So here is our coordinate plane, okay? A little rough sketch of one. Couple of reminders. One, our ordered pairs are x comma y, meaning our first number is always an x value, okay? X value is this line right here. Our second number is always the y value, okay? And sometimes I like to refer to this as left-right. So our x is always left-right, and our y is always up-down. Okay, so keep that in mind. X first, y second. Right, and then here is our origin, meaning that center point there. The origin is always at 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0. Now, there are some points here already labeled, and we want to figure out what ordered pair represents that point. So let's start with point A here. All right, so I'm going to list the ordered pairs for these. So for point A, remember, x first, left, right. So I start from my origin and I go left. Okay, now left is negative. So if I want to, I can put a few numbers here. -1, -3, -5. Okay, down is also negative. -1, -3, -5. These are all positive. And so are these. Okay. Positive up, positive to the right. Negative down, negative to the left. All right, think about our number lines. So now we started at the origin. We're going to go left till we hit point A. Well, actually, we just run right up on point A, right? So for our x value, we look and say, okay, at what point on this number line is A? Well, this is -5, and this is -6. And it really looks like that this is somewhere halfway between -5 and -6. So I would say that the x value is -5 and 1/2. Comma, now the y value. Well, when I found the x point of where the point is, I look up, down, and go to that point. Well, in this case, I don't have to travel anywhere, do I? It's actually right there on the line. So guess what? I didn't go anywhere. It's a 0. -5 and 1/2 and 0. That's point A. Point B. Alright, so x first, left, right. Start at the origin, and for B, I'm going to have to go to the right. And in this case, I go to 1. That's lined up there. So that tells me that 1 is my x value. And then I go all the way down and I see where it hits. On the y, and it hits at, well, this is -2, and it's somewhere halfway between -2 and -3. So this is -2 and 1/2. Okay? Point C, there it is. Okay, I'll list it. Can we see that right there? Yeah. Point C, start at the origin, left, right first. Well, in this case, I don't need to go left and I don't need to go right because it is straight down here, which tells me that my x value in this case is a 0. Didn't go anywhere. My y value did. It went down, -1, -2, -3, -4. It didn't make it to -5. It went halfway, so -4 and 1/2. And then lastly, point D. All right. So I go over here and that's at 2. So my x value is 2. Remember, start at the origin, left or right, and then up, down. In this case, I had to go right and then up. This is 4. And that's halfway between. So that is 4 1/2. Okay? And that's how we point it. This is kind of like a big map, I guess you would say, a big grid You lay it down and you can kind of see where everything is. And we're giving these exact points. Okay, if you want to tie it into social studies in your geography classes, latitude and longitude, okay, it's exactly the same concept. Okay, exactly the same concept. All right, so here are 4 points, and we're going to plot them. Now, I don't have any numbers drawn on here. I do have my X and I do have my Y lines labeled. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a few numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I go down, that's negative. -1, -2, -3, -4. When I go left from the origin, remember this is 0 right here. So this is -1, -2, -3, and -4. These go on forever. We're just going to stop right here for now. So for point A, okay, and let's go ahead and remember that the X is first, the Y is second, X is left, right. Left, right. This is my X line. So I need to go find -1/2. Well, -1/2 is between 0 and -1, and it's right there. But that's not where my point is. That's just where I start from. Now I need to go from here to 2.5. Well, that's positive, so that means I'm going up to 2.5, right there, and where those two meet, right there. Okay, and if I wanted to label that as point A. Okay, let's try point B. -1 and 1/4. So X is first, left, right. So I start at the origin. I go to -1, but I need to go just a little bit further to 1/4. So that's about right there. And then 1 and 1/2. Well, that's positive, so I'm going to have to go up. My second number is always up, down. So there's 1 and 1/2, and where those two meet is right there. Point B. C. -2 and -3 and 1/2. Okay, first number X, left, right. All the way over to -2. But that's not where my point goes. Now I've got to go down, because it's negative, to 3.5, which is right here. And I want to find where these 2 points meet. Okay, and since I don't have a grid, I'm going to kind of dot those in a little bit. Right there. Okay. D, -1.5. Okay, well, left, right, first number is X, so I go to 1, -1, and I want to go to 1/2, which is right there. And now I'm going to go up to 2 and 1/4. Well, here's 2, and 1/4 is about right in there, so I'm looking for where these two things meet. That's right, actually just a tad bit higher, I think. There we go. Point D. So it goes back to when we were graphing rational numbers on the number line. It's really the same thing. We have a vertical number line here, a horizontal number line here, and we're taking them and we're laying them on top of one another. Okay? And you have to think to yourself, okay, well, if I have -2.5, that's between -2 and -3. Find that on this number line. Okay? And you graph the X first, or you find the X value first, find the Y value second, and then where they meet. That's your point. All right? That's where you're going to graph it on the coordinate plane. Hopefully this gives you just a little bit better understanding of rational numbers and the coordinate plane, and when we put them together and we start graphing those on the coordinate plane.